What's up, guys? It's Jay coming at you from the local park, and we're just out kind of on a lazy hike for the day. Nothing special, nothing fantastic, just a day out in the woods, right? But any day out in the woods is a good day out in the woods. So as always, we're always using different pieces of gear, testing out different options, all that good stuff. And anytime I'm out on even whether it's a lazy day hike or whatnot, always I like having my chest bag with me and having that loaded up, and then having a day pack of some sort with me. You guys, over the last several months, you've seen that I've been using the Crossfire CF1 Daypack a lot. I really like it. This is the, I swear, it's like the ideal day pack for going out and about. And the fact that it can double as an assault pack on your main ruck is even better. But the whole size of it is really ideal. But anyways, the point here was to kind of show you how I set it up just for a simple day hike. Today's a good example. It's early spring, it's wet out, but it's no rain as of right now. Temperatures mid 40s, it's breezy, and where we're at in the woods, there's a lot of shade, there's a lot of rock. You can see a lot of the rock around me. There's a healthy amount of elevation change, and but it's a little bit chilly. It is a little windy, so you have a wind chill. I'd say with the wind chill, you're probably in the low to mid 30s. But so you have to obviously plan according to that, right? So on my body, nothing really specific. I literally have a quick dry t-shirt on, a windbreaker. This is the Helikon-Tex Windrunner anorak. And then I just have on a pair of, you guys know me in jeans, just wearing a good old pair of jeans. And then I have on a pair of Loa backpacking boots, and then I have on the OR Expedition gaiters over top of that, just to keep the bottom of my legs dry and to keep the mud off of them. So kind of just rocking that setup there. In my chest bag itself, pretty simple. It's kind of a basic, for me, it's my basic loadout. I have a radio in here. So the nice thing with, especially in the area that I'm in, it's one of the local metro parks. You can, and I have on my radio the frequency, the local park ranger frequency, and you can monitor that, or you can monitor, obviously any frequency, but it's nice to know that if you know your area and you've done your homework on it, you know what frequencies folks are using, and to be able to listen in on any of those stations is really a big bonus. So always keep a radio with me there. Front pouch, pretty simple. I keep in here a signal panel. This is from Swift Designs, so this is nice. Keep a chem light in there, and then it is a orange on one side, hot pink on the other, and then it has a little keeper loop in here that you can put your chem light in for really highlighting it at night. So that's a nice little signal panel. Wraps up real nice and small, tucks away in its own little pouch, and you're good to go with it, right? So that's all packs up nice and small. Keep a chem light in there. It's a full-size chem light. It does stow away in there. I mean, it does pack, so it works out good. Also in here, I just keep in here small American flag, copy of the Constitution, map of the area, all that good stuff. So all of those things are in that front pouch, right? So you'll notice we have signaling taken care of, we have communications taken care of, and we have a map taken care of on that, all kind of like, 10 essential kind of stuff. Front pouch here, keep my reading glasses in there. And then in here I have a Write in the Rain notebook with a pencil attached to it. So we have that going on. I also have a Sharpie on the side. I have in here some additional chem lights that are set up as buzz saws for signaling. I keep a strobe, plus that's also doubles as a flashlight, so we have that in there as well. It's dummy corded to the bag. I have my compass in here, that's dummy corded as well. And then I also have a hunk of duct tape in there. You can never have too much duct tape. It's always a good thing. So all that just sets up real nice and easily inside of that pouch, and we are good to go there. right? So that's all set. Next to that, I got this idea from, you guys saw it in probably my last video, but I got this idea from Prepared Pathfinder. Calls it an admin line. And I thought it was kind of cool. It kind of makes sense. Normally, like, you know, you keep it in a BDU pocket or a shirt pocket, something that you always have that with you. But it's basically, you have a pen light or a mini light, you have an emergency whistle, and then you have a lighter. I took the lighter one notch higher and I Ranger band a couple of fire plugs to it, so that way I have built-in fire starter in with that as well. But that way all that stays together. It's dummy corded inside the bag as well, and it just drops right down there inside. Keep a hank of extra paracord. You never know what you might need paracord for. It could be bootlaces, it could be fixing a pack, it could be fixing a strap, whatever it might be. Shelter, anyways, that's all there. So you have that. Have a space blanket in there as well, so you never know, once again, especially with the temps. I mean, I know just from experience that planning on, you know, even though it's a day hike, what if you unexpectedly have to stay a night out? Having some sort of an emergency blanket will go a long way. So you have that. And then over here I keep just a small boo-boo kit. So just Band-Aids, allergy medicine, ibuprofen, tropo antibiotic ointments, stuff like that. So all that is in there as well. So we have that. So we got that. And then in the main pouch of our bag, we have our concealed carry. So this is nice because it comes with, you set up this little, just a trigger guard is all that it is. So, but you set it up lengthwise appropriately so that when you go to draw it, pull it, it pops out automatically. So we have that as well. And then a spare magazine. So kind of nice and simple as far as that whole setup goes. Been really happy with that. It works out well, and yeah, man. So we got that. So anyway, so next is our bag. Here, let's put my glasses away. Next, we've got our bag, right? So the nice thing I like with the CF1 is you have a large main compartment, you have a small padded compartment on the outside, you have this large beaver tail pocket or stuff pocket, which is, you know, originally designed to either hold spare layers or a helmet. Works great for both of those. And then they include a pocket on the outside of that as well that is detachable. So I'm just going to kind of start from the front and work my way back. Just on the small pouch, I have an MRE entree in there with a spoon, so we have that. Something that's nice, you can eat it cold, you can eat it on the go, whatever it might be. Undo the top straps of your beaver tail. I have a shamag in there. I have my brew flask in there as well, so always have coffee on the go, some sort of a warm drink, especially on these chilly days. That can definitely go a long way for you. And I have my stove kit out there because today literally heated up my brew for the day, so all that is in there, but I didn't want to have to unpack the whole pack, so to keep all that accessible is real nice and easy. And then in here as well, I have a shelter kit with a multi-use survival tarp in there, all pre-rigged, ready to go. And then I have bungees in there as well for rigging it up if I needed to. So all that fits in there real nice and easy, no worries at all. Everything stuffs right back in without any issues. And you're good to go, right? Pretty simple. Main pouch, or actually here, first padded pouch. Padded pouch is great for things like binoculars, night vision, thermal, anything like that. It just helps keep things padded. But it also doubles as a field of Velcro, so if you wanted to attach things on the inside, you could certainly do that. I don't have anything in there today, but if you needed to, you could. Main pouch, nothing fancy here. I have a couple liters of water. There's one. And too. These are the Platatac square 1 liter bottles. These are great, actually. So something kind of that, you know, a lot of folks don't think about, but you know, we're all used to like our round traditional Nalgene bottles, and don't get me wrong, I have tons of them and I use them all the time. They're a mainstay in my belt kit. But these square bottles are nice that they take up a little bit less room in your kits. They stack next to each other a lot better. So when you stack 2 of them next to each other in your bag, they take up less space than 2 1 liter Nalgene bottles, just due to the shape of them. But also, if you set them down, you know, we're in a hilly, rocky environment, they're not as likely to roll down. If I would have done that with standard Nalgenes, they would have just rolled right off, and there was nothing there to stop them. They just go, right? So that's nice. If you're not dummy cording stuff like that, they're just gonna roll right on down. So anyway, so that's kind of a nice, I like that feature of those bottles. And then I have a dry bag in here. And actually here first, I have a foam sit pad. So when you're sitting on cold rocks, to be able to sit on something that will insulate you from the ground is a big deal, especially if you find yourself having to stay a night out, to be able to put that underneath your butt, or be able to kneel on it, doing stuff, you know, making a fire or whatnot. You have the ability to do that. So that's in there. And then I have a dry bag in here. And then in my dry bag, we have a smaller dry bag that has a stocking cap in it, or a watch cap. I have a spare pair of underwear. I have a spare pair of dry socks, and then I have a pair of wool gloves in there. So all that is in a waterproof pouch, because those are things that you don't want to risk getting wet. So we have that. And then I have a puff jacket in here as well. So this is that, all that is my warming stuff. So once again, if I found myself accidentally stuck out for the night, maybe I get injured, take a fall, whatever it might be, I have the means to be able to keep myself warm throughout the night and lessen the chance of myself becoming any sort of a casualty due to the elements. So that is important. Something that's definitely, I know a lot of folks, you know, the comments in years past have always been, oh Jay, you have, you know, maybe you have too much stuff, maybe you you know, your kit's too heavy, all that kind of stuff. You know what, been enough places, done enough things, seen enough things where just being able to take necessary precautions and having contingency plans in place and knowing what to do with those plans, having the knowledge to combat those things, and then having the means with which to take care of those things, all of that makes a huge difference. So at the end of the day, I'm 9 out of every 10 times going to err on the side of caution and be ready in case something happens. And because it's not a matter of if, it literally is a matter of when you do this stuff enough in the outdoors. So yeah, so anyways, that is kind of Jay's day in the woods loadout. So anyways, that's what I got, guys. You guys keep getting out there, keep training, keep practicing with your kits, keep practicing your skills, and we'll touch base later. All right, be good, guys. Bye.